I don't know why I do this. Every time I put the camera on, I feel like crying. Can you see my eyes? Oh, I don't know what it is. Oh. I have moral support. Sigge, the dog, my beloved, my trusted friend. Because, truth be told, no, stop it. I am sick. If COVID wasn't a thing, I would go to work right now and just pan it out. But since COVID is a thing, I have a cold, my throat is sore, my back is fucking killing me, which means that I have to stay at home. I have a pillow behind my back, and that's not why you're here. You're here to see me use my Metropolis palette again, because that's all we want to use right now. I have done, I think, 2 other looks with this palette on my channel. I've done more off camera, but I think both of them were pretty like neutral or neutral-ish. So today I want to go like all in. I'm not gonna go like, you know, mix and match and all of that, but I want the center of attention to be this blue, and I kind of want to use this or this, maybe even the green one. But you know what, I'm not gonna use the green one because I have used it before, so I want to dip into one of the blue shades and just go bananas, okay? Yes, thank ya. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. When I was debating if I should purchase this palette or not, I watched every single tutorial and review there was of this palette, and I found a gal called Heather Austin. I've seen her before. She's the girl that looks like Jaclyn Hill almost. I'll link her down below, but she did 7 looks with this palette and they were all beautiful, but one look that she did was like so cool because she just took this blue shade all over her lid. I think she blended it out with something and then she was done. She said that it took her 5 minutes to do that kind of look, and it was so beautiful, so definitely a recommendation to go ahead and check her out. But I'm just gonna swatch this. Oh, and she has this really cool southern accent. I'm swatching this one as well, which is like, hey y'all. No, I can't do it. I'm from the South. I'm the worst. With like mashed potatoes. Oh my god. Okay, but here's the first one. Ooh, here's the second one. So they are very similar, and I wonder what the difference is. Okay, so now I can see this is a little bit more green based, this is a little bit more blue based, but you know what, I would just be okay with either of these shades being in the palette. We didn't really need to have both. I can't even remember which one was which now. I think this one lays closer to this one for a reason, and this one lays closer to this one for a reason. So I think this one is a little bit more, the one that is a little bit more blue based. So I'm just gonna take that shade. And this is a cream to powder kind of shade. I think I'm gonna do somewhat of an halo eye. So I'm going in with the darker shadow first, and then I am also gonna take it in my inner corner right here. Might need a little bit of a smaller brush because since it is a cream to powder formula, you kind of have to like pack it on. And a bigger brush like this, okay, this isn't a big brush, but it's a brush, and you just kind of have to put it on right here. I think I'm just gonna take a smaller brush actually. One of you told me that you had this palette and that you had hit pan in like 7 shades. I'm like wondering which ones and how. I find the cream to powder formula, it's probably gonna be impossible to hit pan on because you just go like this, and then you do it, and then you have like full-on pigment. Like look at that, I just went in ever so slightly, and it's like, as I said, full-on pigment. I'm gonna write in the description. Oh my god, I'm so beautiful. but I'm gonna write in the description box if this blue shadow and the other blues that I'm gonna use are going to stain me or no. I'm just gonna take this a little bit higher. Maybe that was a little bit too high. I think I actually have to blend it out with a green, and I'm not too sad about that. And then maybe even like going with this yellowy one later on, but I'm gonna start off with this one. And I wanna take just a teeny tiny bit, because I don't wanna take too much in case, I think that the shadow is gonna blend itself a little bit. And I think I took it way too fucking high up. Ugh, kill me now. As you guys know, I've been working out a lot and I've been really successful at it. No, but I have been working out and I've been trying to lose weight for, well, since February this year. And I've come to realize something, that sometimes you're friends with your scale and sometimes you're just not. Like sometimes I can wake up and then I'm taking my large ass booty onto the scale and I'm seeing how much I'm weighing. And I'm like, nope, nah, because maybe I haven't lost anything, or maybe I've gained 1 pound, which is like half of a kilo. And I'm like, yeah, no, because it can depend on so many things. It can depend on you, like as a woman, having a lot of liquids in your body. Like it depends on where you're at in your cycle. And it can also depend on if you have taken a shit or, you know, a bunch of different things. I think you know how the body works, but it can differ, not with 10 kilos, but it differs from day to day. And those days when I'm not happy with the scale, I'm like, nope, no, I'm not having it. And then the days when I'm like, you know, I can have amazing results and I'm like, oh my God, I've been so good. Then I accept whatever the scale is telling me. But if the scale doesn't tell me what I want it to do or what I want it to tell me, then I'm like, nope, not having it. It doesn't work today. I'm just gonna try again tomorrow. I think I'm gonna take a mix of this one and this one, because this is actually a lot darker than it looks like. So I'm just taking those. I have to change the battery. My back can't handle this. I'm just gonna blend until the camera dies and then I just have to deal with it later on. At the minute, I am not really seeing how this is gonna come together, if I'm gonna be totes honest. I'm trying to be very light though. I know I have to blend the blue later on right here, but that's a problem for later, okay? And that is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. But I'm going in very lightly because I noticed when using this palette other times that the two shades that I'm using right now are ultra pigmented, even though they're just like super light shades. So I just kind of tap in very lightly, and then as I usually do, I just stamp it on the back of my hand because I don't want too much pigment. And then I'm just trying to blend this together. I'm going to hop into this blue one right now. Haven't even swatched it actually. Let's swatch it before. No, let's just go in with it. Let's be impulsive. Oh, that is actually a really stunning blue. A really pretty blue shade actually. I have noticed that I need to maybe, just maybe, go off camera to blend. because I think that that is gonna be so tedious to look at, and at the same time I can like change the battery and all of that, because I don't think it's gonna be fun to watch for you guys. So my eye shapes are a little bit different. Like this eye is my preferred eye and this one is not as neat. So I am just packing this a little bit on top, and then I'm gonna go in and blend this. But I'm gonna do that off camera because I think that, again, it's gonna be so boring for you guys to watch. So I'll be back in just a second. I haven't done a look like this in a long time, so I don't really know if the blend is good or not, but I feel like I can tell that it's transitioning and I feel like it looks good, but I'm unsure. So I'm just gonna continue and then we can go and I don't know what that was. Blend. Yeah, blend. I am such a boring person and a force of habit kind of person, so I'm not even gonna excuse myself for using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Fill Third Use Full Glow Car and PCT TV Time. I'm just blending this in. This is still thicker than I thought it would be, and it is not what I thought it would be. I think I thought that it would be a little bit more like a strobing cream, and it's definitely not. Fuck! I forgot to wet my sponge. Getting up with this back pain. I just want to die. You know what the worst thing is when living with someone? I'm a very dramatic person, so, you know, I can quite easily roll off the couch onto into a doggy style and then crawl into the kitchen. I'm not doing that for attention. It's just how I feel, and I'm living out the way I feel. But living with someone, I feel like he's thinking that I am exaggerating, and I am. I'm a Pisces, so I'm very dramatic, but I would have done that if you weren't here. You should see me. You should have seen me. When I was home and sick for a couple of years, I usually had crying attacks and panic attacks, but those were different. So when I had my crying attacks, he could leave the house, our apartment, and 2 minutes later I would lie on the floor crying. It feels good, okay? It feels good, so that was why I was doing it. I obviously didn't do it for attention, and then once he came back because he forgot something, and I quickly just rolled myself off the couch or on the floor and just sat up because I could hear that he was outside. And luckily he didn't see me, because I think that he would have been like, fuck you, Paulina, it's time to break up. I am sweating so much. I thought that maybe to a look like this you would have like something full coverage. Maybe you would, and maybe we shall. So we're gonna start off with our It Cosmetics CC cream, which we have in the shade Fair. You know what, I have a fan here. I'm just gonna, it's on the second one right now, and I can feel a little bit like bushy, and you just have to deal with it. So I'm taking one pump of that, shaking my other foundation that we're gonna use, and this is the YSL foundation. Sigge, I need you for moral support. His gown. There's this one YouTuber that doesn't let her dog leave her side. So the dog isn't in on camera or anything. You can't even see it. But she doesn't let the dog leave her side. And I'm like, fuck you. It doesn't even it has so many toys, but it's not allowed to chew them and break them up. I don't think we put any Charlotte Tilbury product on our nose actually, but it's not allowed to chew them or to destroy them, which is what a dog wants to do. Like, I'll show you some of Sigge's toys that is like broken when that he loves when I need to go up and wet my sponge, which I need to do in just a second. First, let me go in with this. And I feel so bad for her dog. Because I feel like her dog doesn't really get to be a dog. It gets to be a little bit of like a toy. Like, come on, let your dog play with his toys. Let your dog destroy its toys. That's how they fucking play. Oh my god, I was on my Instagram last night before I went to bed, which I am most nights. But I was going through to see like my notifications, and I could see that someone had liked a post that I had done maybe a year ago or something, which was like a it was like a post that was me doing my makeup, so it was an IGTV video, and I featured how I did my makeup for each day. So I uploaded like a makeup tutorial every single day. I filmed every single day my makeup for my Instagram that I did for work. And when I saw how much fucking foundation I was using, I wanted to go into the path of shame. Okay, let me get up and wet my sponge. Let's prepare ourselves. He could see that I'm touching his toys. He's like, what are you doing? Those are mine. He doesn't have a lot in this world, but his toys is his. But I'm just gonna show you what they look like, okay? Okay. So this is his mouse. Doesn't have a face anymore. Don't tell anyone, but we purchase cat toys for him because dog toys are a little bit too big. But yeah, this is his mouse. It has some hair on the back. And then here, he has this little duck. Looks cute, right? It's all fucking broken. Oh, now he's coming. And then here is his arms. Wait a second. Is it yours? Varsågod. No, he wants these ones. But here you have the arms. Here you go. You want that one? Nom 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 nom. Varsågod. Nom 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 nom. Varsågod. Okay. Wait there. I think this little guy wants love. Va? Det är det du vill ha? Va? I snuggled a little bit with I don't want to say his name because it's gonna try and get some extra snuggles, and I don't want to sit here anymore. I want to lie down. So let's do it. Concealer is my Makeup Revolution concealer. This is the shade 12, which you can see is a lot darker. But we're gonna go in with the Sharp Shape Tape. I have dog hair all over my face now. He usually gets like that when he wants me to kiss him on his little cheek. He loves that. It came very, very late, but I think it is something that is like very soothing to him because he has been obsessed with that for, oh my god, I can't even remember, like years now. 2 years perhaps, and he's 5 this year in October. And he loves to sneak up to me, and then he lays his cheek on my mouth. And if I don't start kissing him right away, he starts to like whine and kiss me on my entire face, and then press like this, like, oh, come on! Oh, he's such an adorable little guy. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Bakery powder. It feels wrong sitting here filming and getting all glam when I'm home from work. But I'm not allowed to go to work, so you know, I can't really do anything, but it just feels wrong. But I'm going to get a test tomorrow to see if I have COVID, so at least there's that. I'm a little bit nervous because it's actually my first COVID test. I've never done one before. But by the time you see this video, I'm already done. For my under eyes, what I'm going to do is that I need to clean off my brush. So I'm going to start off taking this one. Anyway, what I was saying, I don't even know if I finished talking about my old foundation habits, but it kind of made sense to me. Do you remember that I said that I googled my name and that someone had written that they enjoyed my channel and all of that, but they thought that I did very heavy makeup, that they wasn't really their taste? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't do heavy makeup. And then I realized what they were talking about. So I looked it up, or didn't look it up, what am I talking about? So what I ended up doing was that I noticed, or I could see how heavy I did foundation back then. I even had like on my Instagram like Foundation Fridays, I think it was. So each Friday I just featured like a new foundation, and I did half of my face, so you could see this is half of my face and then this is half of my face. And foundations that I think are not light coverage, but that I can get to be light coverage, I applied such a thick layer of that foundation that they looked super cakey. And I went in with a brush first, or a sponge I mean, first and foremost. And then I went in with I don't think I ever went in with a brush. I'm taking the green one that we used, the deep green one. I'm just gonna take it right underneath, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take the blue as well, closest to my lash line. But anyway, I think Nicholas is coming home. Yes. So just like I said, Nicholas came home and he didn't interrupt me, but he did interrupt me. So I just finished off working with the blue under my eyes, the deep blue, not the shimmery blue that we used, but the deep blue. And then I took, let's see here, an eye pen from Linda Hallberg. This one. I took this one, which is her, I think that this is like a metallic eye pen in the shade Atria Flash, I don't know. And then mascara. And I gotta say that when going in with mascara, I feel like the look is, it looks a little bit more cohesive and a little bit more blended. Now I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup bronzer. Can't believe it. I think that this is just gonna be in like one more shop my stash, but I keep saying that. Maybe two, like this could be a month. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. When working with blue eyeshadow, I don't know what it is, but I love like a bronzy look. I'm gonna try not to go too ham today. I wish I could have like a little table right in front of me where I could have like my mirror, so I don't have to look there all the time, not looking into like a monitor or anything. It's just a mirror I have over there. I can't decide which bronzer to take today. We have the Kosas bronzer, which is so lovely, and also this one from Huda. I think I want to take the Kosas bronzer. I didn't like it the first time I used it, so just want to see how it works today. I didn't dislike it, but I kind of disliked it because touching this, maybe, you know what? Maybe that was only the top layer, because now that I'm going into it, it's not as powdery. So maybe it was just the top layer. It really just looks very, very glowy on the skin. And now I'm going in much harsher with my brush just to see, because I was very light in the beginning when I went in, because I'm scared that it's gonna get so much pigment that I got the first time, and I'm not getting that. So I would assume that it is some form of just overspray of like a top layer or something, I don't know. But it's not as powdery as it was the first time, which is why you shouldn't go off of first impressions only. Loving this, it looks very glowy, it's very beautiful. I think I'm gonna really enjoy this one. Cream highlight is going to be my Milk Makeup one in the shade Lit, which is one that I've used on the daily now. So obviously today, now I'm referencing back to what I talked about earlier when Nicholas came home, that I wore so much foundation. I wore so much of everything. I could see that my skin was like super bronzed, which it is right now, but it looked like muddy. Maybe it does now as well. I don't know, but when I'm wearing this much on my eyes, I kind of feel like it has to be a lot on the face as well. But maybe I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna take my Dior palette, and I'm just gonna take this one and a little bit of that one. But it was just so much. I mean, I still use a lot of makeup today, but it was just a lot of way more like thicker layers. I don't know, maybe it's my use of all cream products that makes it look a little bit less and a little bit more blended into the skin. For blush today, I'm gonna use this Pixie one, which doesn't look like a deodorant. Come on, girls and boys, like no. Yes, the shape of it, but you would not use this as a deodorant, I promise you guys. Like, just no. I love wearing pinks to blues. I just think that they are so flattering. So I'm actually gonna do something pinky nude on my lips as well. Just tiny bit here, and here, and here. Oh, we need to do an inner corner highlight as well. I don't know about the light one in the Metropolis palette. It has like a gold shift to it. So I don't think I want that with this look actually. So I'm taking a mix of these two from the Dior palette. And that is actually really pretty. And then I'm just dragging it so it doesn't leave like a stripe. Let's take Ofra Panama and smear it out. And then this lip gloss from Jouer, which is Diamond Walk. I can't make up my mind if I like this hairpiece or no. I think it looks cute, perhaps. I can't decide. You tell me in the comments. Maybe I should like let more hair out or less hair out. Let's just leave it like this. that was all from me today anyway. No, but I have to say it was lots of fun playing with some of the shadows that I haven't dabbled into and doing a very fun look, doing a very colorful look, doing a very dark and smoky look, using some of the blues and cream to powder formulas. And actually, when I'm done filming, I think what I will do is that I'm just gonna clean my hands and then swatch out some shadows, because some of these shadows are untouched and I'm like, ooh, I wonder what they feel like, I wonder what they look like, and maybe that will inspire me to do other looks than, you know, looks that I tend to go for. So that was anyway lots of fun. I know you guys have wanted to see so many looks with the Metropolis palette. This is the third look I have filmed with it, I think, anyway. So if there is any other look you would like to see, then just let me know down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, like the video, dislike the video if you didn't like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully this little guy can join ya. Okay, bye.